Here we have three regions expressed on the x-axis, and we wish to express them with set builder notation. The first region goes from negative infinity to 4, and the 4 is not included. The second region goes from negative infinity to 4, but the 4 is included. And the third region goes from 2 to positive infinity. The 2 is not included. The ... is telling me that it keeps going in that direction and helps me to see that these first two are going to negative infinity and this third one is going to positive infinity. Let's express these with set builder notation. We start by opening a brace, and then we put x is an element of our source set, which is real numbers. And then we put a slash. After the slash, we need an equation or an inequality that will express the region that we have on our graph. The inequality that does that for this first example is x is less than 4. It is not less than or equal to because the 4 is not included. And all we have left to do is to close our braces. With the second example, it works very much the same way. I open my brace. I put x as an element of real numbers and a slash. And then this time I am writing x is less than or equal to 4 because this time 4 is included. And I close my brace. The third example, we open our brace, we put x as an element of real numbers and a slash, and this time x is greater than 2. We write x is greater than 2. We do not need the extra line for or equals because 2 is not included, and we close our brace. This gives three examples of expressing a region on the x-axis that only has one limit with set builder notation. Here are four more regions on the x-axis, and we want to express them using set builder notation. In this case, there are two limits. My regions are between -1 and 4 in all four cases. And the way they differ is that in the first one, the -1 and the 4 are both included. In the second one, the -1 is included, the 4 is not. In the third one, the -1 is not included and the 4 is included. And finally, in the fourth one, neither the -1 nor the 4 are included. We start our set builder notation the usual way. We open a brace. We put x is an element of real numbers and put a slash. Now we have to use a new type of notation to express this region. What we do is we write -1 is less than x, which is less than 4. All this means is x is in between these two numbers. In this case, both the -1 and the 4 are included, so we have to use less than or equal to signs both times, and then we close our brace. In the second example, it looks the same way. X is an element of real numbers, slash -1 is less than or equal to x, but this time x is less than 4. We close our brace. The -1 is included, so it is less than or equal to x, which is less than 4. The 4 is not included. In the third example, we open our brace. X is an element of real numbers, slash -1 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 4. Close our brace. This time the -1 is not included and the 4 is included. And finally, in the fourth example, open our brace. x is an element of real numbers, slash, -1 is less than x, which is less than 4, close our brace. Neither the -1 nor the 4 is included, so we use less than symbols in both cases. Remember, all this notation means is x is in between those two numbers. This is how we use set builder notation to express a region of the x-axis.